Lee, it's a defeat here at Carshalton Athletic after what was really good, especially first half performance. It's a penalty that undoes us, but there's a bigger story whereby we were denied what looked like a Stonewall penalty at the end, what probably should have been a point for us here today.
Yeah, no, it was a pen, 100%. You know, their manager even admitted to it. I just don't know how they get it that wrong, you know, and I do question how they can continue to get things wrong and not be held accountable. You saw Tuesday, got it wrong, massively wrong, got it wrong again today. You know, it can't keep happening, can it? When's it stop? You know, it's a frightening decision. Everyone around the ground knows it's a pen.
It's a tough one to take, especially let's talk about that first half, because we did play very well, but we just couldn't break that deadlock to go 1-0. Like, what's the difference? Well, how do we make that difference to get ourselves into a position so that we're not relying on referees, you know, getting the decisions right for those fine margins?
The first goal is it could be stopped at source. I don't know what the boys are doing, if I'm being honest with you, on that front, because, you know, we end up pulling back our charger, and then they manage to play 2 passes before getting a shot away. You know, it's not quite sure what's happened there, and who's given that information, because they're prepped and they're told. So that's an individual error. You know, I thought we defended really good up to that point, and I thought we created more chances and probably looked the better side. Probably first 30 minutes, I'd say we were the better side, and after that we got a little bit tired and, you know, complacent really in our passing. But even then, across the thing, I think a fair result would have been a draw.
How do you pick the lads up after that? Because it can be demoralising, isn't it? Because they did through no lack of effort out there today, and they are sort of undone a little bit from what should have been a deserved point. So how do you pick them up, especially with a game coming up in 3 days' time at a trip to Hashtag?
Not sure, Ollie. I'm not sure. It's going to be tough. Deflated, I think, if you get the pen and you get the draw. You know, we were on a high with young lads. You know, they're on the floor. So you know, we've got to figure a way. Got a game Tuesday, so. The good thing about it is it comes around quick, so we've got another game where we can put it right.
I know there's a little bit more movement in the squad, probably to announce in the next sort of week or so. How important is that to move things around, just because things have been improving? I think it's fair to say on the pitch over the last sort of 3-4 weeks or so, and yeah. You know, how far are you from continuing to move those chess pieces, if you like? Because it does seem like we're kind of having to move one in, one out, and to get the full picture.
And you know, when people crop up, as you saw before, Femi wasn't available at start of the season. Football moves in mysterious ways, and new managers come in and have their own identity and players that they want to go after. So, you know, if something crops up who's going to, you know, benefit us as a team, as a squad, we'll act on it.
Cheers, Lee. Unlucky today.